How to tithe while paying off debt. Imagine balancing your desire to honor God with the reality of financial responsibilities. It can feel like walking a tightrope between faith and practicality. Tithing means giving a tenth of your income back to God, showing trust and gratitude. It is rooted in biblical teachings about stewardship and generosity. But when debt is part of your life, it raises questions about how to stay faithful without risking your financial health. First, understand that paying off debt is a biblical duty. Scripture encourages believers to repay what they owe and avoid becoming enslaved to lenders. Proverbs chapter 22 verse 7 says that the borrower is servant to the lender. Psalm 37 verse 21 reminds us that the righteous give generously, but the wicked borrow and do not repay. So, managing debt responsibly aligns with biblical principles. Tithing is also about trusting God's provision. It's a spiritual act that reflects faith in God's ability to meet your needs. But it's wise to evaluate your finances honestly. Look at your income, expenses, and debts. Decide how much you can afford to give without neglecting your obligation to pay what you owe. If your debt feels overwhelming, consider adjusting your tithe temporarily. Maybe give less than 10% or pause for a short period. This isn't about abandoning generosity but practicing responsible stewardship. Your priority should be paying off debt to free yourself from financial burdens. Even if you reduce your tithe, find other ways to give. You can volunteer your time or share resources in small ways. The heart behind giving matters more than the amount. Small acts of kindness and service still reflected a generous spirit. Create a budget that includes both debt repayment and giving. For example, if you earn $1,000 a month, aim to set aside a portion for debt and a smaller amount for giving. Consistency is key. Even if it's less than a tenth, maintaining some level of giving keeps your spiritual discipline alive. Seek advice from a pastor or a Christian financial counselor. They can help you develop a plan that balances your faith commitments with your financial reality. Remember, trusting God's timing is essential. Your faithfulness in managing your resources shows trust in God's provision. In the end, tithing while paying off debt is about finding a balance. It's okay to adjust your giving temporarily if needed. The goal is to steward your resources wisely, honoring God through both responsible debt management and faithful giving. Small steps of faith can keep your spiritual journey moving forward even as you work toward financial freedom.